what do you feel about the UI UX? If I go to any of the websites, like if I'm going to the amazon.in, okay, so this is their application, right? There must be a user interface, right? It just acts as a like a mediator between the user, at the same time the browser. Like if I want to place any of the mobiles, I'll just place it here, mobiles. According to that, I'm going to get some of the responses. According to the responses, if I want to select any of the product, click upon the product and we just make a add to cart, or else like buy now, any of the specification, I'll choose the colors. All these things comes under user interface. Okay, this tab is also needed. Why? Because user cannot come back, like user is not going to click this back button to come back. Okay, this is like a parent tab. Okay, so from the parent tab we are going to have plenty of the children tabs. Okay, so with that what will happen is we try to reduce the user's time. So if we look at this app, this image, just observe this image so that you'll understand. So user experience or else like user interface is not just for like application designing or else like website designing. Okay, so wherever you see the product designers, that is also part of user interface or else like user experience. See, if you look at it here, like चार्ज होगा, फिर हम लोग इसको इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. अभी प्रॉब्लम यहाँ पे ये आएगा कि हम लोग चार्ज करने पर, like when we are trying to charge, we can't use it. Why? Because it is upside down, right? We can't use that upside down like a mouse, right? So this is like a bad experience, but still it is in a trend. Why? Because it's a Apple one. Okay, now like Apple is going to change the user interface in coming days. Why? Because it is like a big drawback for designers. Okay, so let me just give this brief introduction about this UI and user experience. As I said, user interface and the user experience both are different. Both together make an application. Okay, both the things are different in the different fields. Okay, when it comes to the UI, it is called user interface. When it comes to the UX, it is called as a user experience. Okay, experience is nothing but how you are making the user to feel about the application, or it's like not just application, whatever the product you have designed, how we are making the user to feel about. So the next one is, we need to, like whenever we want to make any of the UI UX designing, okay, or else like if you are a UX designer, consider you are a UX designer. अभी हम लोगों को डिजाइन करना है, तो पहला स्टेप ये चाहिए, we need to follow the fundamentals. Okay, now what are the fundamentals? So we need to follow the graphic principles. Okay, at the same time we need to follow the graphic elements. Graphic principles are different and graphic elements are different. Both are the different one. Okay, and we need to follow user needs. Okay, at the same time the layout in the sense we used to consider as a architecture. Architecture is nothing but, see, if I take this amazon.in website, okay, see here, if you look at it, we have first thing is menu bar, right? If I'm not wrong, this is called menu bar and this is called nav bar. Okay, so this is called carousel. We used to call it as a carousel. And here, what are they placed? We used to call it as a cards. Okay, so this layout is there, right? If I scroll the application, see, the nav bar or else like the menu bar has fixed over there, right? Why? Because see, if I scroll at the bottom, अभी मेरे को ना टॉप पे जाना है. टॉप पे जाने के लिए again I need to scroll up, right? Instead of scrolling up and scroll down, if I try to click upon amazon.in, instantly I just move on to this top one, right? That means it just made user needs. At the same time we justified the user need. Like architecture is nothing but the layout. See, layout is nothing but, see how the Amazon knows that we are going to place it on the top, because it just serves the user needs first. Okay, we are going to like the first and foremost any of the service or it's like any of the company you just take, the service first they're going to service for the users need. Okay, see, when I scroll down, the nav bar has fixed over there. That means, so user need not to go again scroll up. Okay, so architecture, why plays a vital role in user experience is we should have to know where things are going to be placed, and it should have some meaning to placing the things. Okay, see, if I scroll down the bottom, I'll have again in the footer, I'll have some more links. See, about us, careers, all these things we'll have in the footer as well, right? But here people used to go for the footer very rarely, until unless they are like a like a UI UX designers, or else like a graphic designer, or front end developer, or like some like in the software development things, people are going to only visit this footer. Okay, so here the first part is, as I said, if I try to give any example, like if I'm going to give any of the assignment to make a application on e-commerce website, what you try to do, you have to do research, right? The same thing, whenever you want to make any of the things, we need to first research. That is the major agenda. Okay, so for experience, at the same time, what are the elements they are going to keep on the application? That is the major agenda. Okay, so the next one is design thinking. Why is design thinking comes in picture? So design thinking, we need to adopt it in our real life as well. Okay, so why? Because see, when you try to make any of the innovative product, that product needs to happen with the ease to like अभी यूजर को ऐसे प्रोडक्ट बनाना है कि easiness भी हम लोगों को क्रिएट करना है. So like for suppose if I take in a small example, nowadays we used to have before we used to have in 2000s, we used to have only earphones, right? But the evolution of earphones comes from earphones, again it comes to the earbuds, again now AirPods, right? So that means the product the same, that both three things, like both the things serves the same purpose. For the audio purpose, we are going to use earphones, or it's like earpods, or it's like earbuds, whatever we use, they serves the same purpose, right? But the only thing is the product has evaluated, right? उसका एवोल्यूशन हो गया है कि हम लोगों को लाइक ईयरफोन के जमाने में से आप लोगों को अभी आना है कि एयरपोर्ट जमाने में. मतलब वी जस्ट हम लोग वो प्रोडक्ट का जो भी हम लोग वायर वो सब है, वो सबको हम लोग रिड्यूस कर दिए, वो सबको हम लोग एस्केलेट कर दिए, है कि नहीं? सो दैट मीन्स इट मेक्स अस वेरी इजी टू यूज, राइट, व्हेन इट कम्स टू द एयरपोड्स और लाइक ईयरबड्स, राइट? सो डिजाइन थिंकिंग इन द सेंस द सेम प्रोडक्ट we should have to make it in different ways. Okay, at the same time that different ways must be easy for the user to use. That is a major designing thinking. Okay, so it should have to meet the user expectations. Okay, so let me do next one, accessibility. Abhi accessibility in the sense whatever you place on the application, or else like अभी हम लोग एक प्रोडक्ट डिजाइन करें, एज आई डिस्कस्ड इन द अर्लियर एग्जांपल दैट एयरपोड्स. अभी एयरपोड्स में एक जो बटन है, वो बटन हम लोग को क्लिक और एल्स लाइक जो भी एक्सेसिबल नहीं हो रहा है, सो अभी यूजर उसको इस्तेमाल करेगा या फिर कस्टमर केयर पे कॉल करके इस बटन का इस्तेमाल नहीं हो रहा है बल्कि बोलेगा, क्या करेगा? I'm saying that like अभी AirPods जो है, AirPods में just consider we have three options. One is volume up, volume down, and like pause, or it's like call lift and call cut. Okay. Okay. So like for suppose if you are not giving any permission for call cut and call lift up and like a call cut. Okay, pause के लिए जो भी बटन हम लोग बटन तो प्लेस कर दिया है, लेकिन the functionality is not going to work. Okay. अभी क्या करेगा यूजर, क्या करेगा? If I created an option and if I'm not giving any access to like apply that, so what will happen is user is going to be vexed up. Okay, user को ना like अभी आप option दे के हम लोग इस्तेमाल करने का access नहीं देंगे तो user क्या होगा? User is going to change their product, right? अभी ये कंपनी से दूसरा कंपनी का प्रोडक्ट चुन लेगा, है कि नहीं? So here we have to make sure that accessibility is very important. Okay, when you are creating an option, that option must be available for each and every user. Okay, so though like if you take a Spotify one, okay, in a Spotify we used to have a free one, at the same time the pro version as well, like premium version as well, right? In the premium we don't get the ads, right? So same thing, if I want to get, can I get it in a normal free one? Can I get the same package in the free one? We can't get it in a like same package in like free one, correct? So what will happen is, if you're not giving that accessibility, user is going to switch on the next products. Okay, so that's the reason we have to create a product which are available for each and every user. That is called accessibility, which plays a vital role in a user experience as well. Okay, coming to the next one, the user experience in the sense, for a digital one, at the same time, like just a digital one only, we are going to make the interfaces. Okay, so here the user needs and user feelings and the empathy mapping is very important. Okay, so there are like 27 laws we are having in a user experience. At the same time, 21 challenges we are going to face when we making the user interfaces. Okay, like a user journey, empathy mapping, prototyping, wireframing, user interview, research, like competitor analysis, personas. So kind of things we'll have as a 21. Okay, so we'll discuss in coming classes, but today see here the usability, as we discussed, visual design, information is very important, performance. See, nowadays everybody is carrying their mobile, right? If your application is not speed, or else like not making any of the like not meeting the user expectations, मतलब कि अभी जो buffer आ रहा है तो user क्या होगा, vexed होगा, annoyed होगा. ओके, सो उस तरह के एप्लीकेशंस, उस तरह के प्रोडक्ट्स क्रिएट करने में कोई भी, इट डजंट मेक एनी सेंस. Okay, so what will happen is, what we try to do is, we are going to increase the performance of the application. Okay, application का performance को हम लोग enhance करना है. Okay, so that means उसके speed को हम लोग बढ़ाना है. Okay, हम लोग का जो page speed होगा वो सब होगा, उस सब को हम लोग like उसको हम लोग vanish कर देना है. Okay, so these are the like user experience which are very very important features, user experience in this one. Okay, so emotional engagement is very important. Why the user is coming, the satisfaction of the user, like while placing the order. At the same time, see, whenever we try to place, or else like whenever we book Uber, so we'll get some the Uber is going to ask us, give us some rating, like 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, whether it is like what kind of star it is. So they just want to know how we feel when we experience that the travel, right, with the auto, or it's like a cab, any of the things, right? So that is like emotional engagement, at the same time feedback iteration. Okay, so consistency is also the same thing. We are going to make that the service must be frequently in a manner that we are going to serve the people. Okay, उसको बोलते हैं consistency. Okay, so these are all about user experience.